What's up, everyone? Welcome to the No Coaster podcast. This is episode 5, and we're here to break down UFC 305. Let's go. We're back. What's going on? How you been, bro?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Man, I've just been waiting to do this again. I feel like it's been a month, maybe.
I know.
Last time we broke down Fury.
Yeah.
But back to the business. We have UFC 305. So I'm excited for this card. But before we get to that, we gotta break down... or at least talk about who won the belt. Is the number one champ right now. Let's go, undisputed.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Oh, man. The last card was intense.
Yeah.
You're about to defend your belt for the second time. And your boy came in and took it last minute.
Oh,
I think it came up to the Pereira fight.
It was the last fight.
We were tied.
Yeah.
And it was either Pereira finishing the second or third. Ends up finishing in the second, which is what my call was. So, yeah, man. I
got
don't know.
the gold around your belt, baby.
Yeah. Like I said, you got to go big or go home.
Hell yeah.
It could have gone either way, man. You chose the third.
It was right there.
It could have been first.
Yeah.
Which I think he got saved by the bell.
No, he did, yeah, because he got rocked at the end, and then the bell rang.
Yeah. Crazy card, too. Dan Ige showing up and fighting with, like, what is it? 5 hours
notice
before the fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane, dude. That's unheard of. I don't know.
The dude's a warrior, man.
No one. I think he might be fighting in the sphere.
Really?
But we'll get to that.
Okay.
All right, man. Let's talk about this fight, or this card, shall I say. This card is a banger. Is the card of the summer.
Oh yeah.
Right, card of the summer
for sure.
Now I know some of these fighters might get some hate. Belal Muhammad, he's a guy that a lot of people don't really like just because he's not the most exciting.
Yeah.
But he's fighting someone in Leon Edwards, which they're fighting in Manchester, I believe, in England. So he's going to be at home. And you know how that crowd gets, man. They're animals in there, man.
It gets crazy.
You get the soccer vibes going on.
Yeah, no,
right?
you do.
You get the chants, and it's honestly, it's like probably something I'd like to experience, like the soccer world and the UFC brought together.
Come together.
Like, what else do you want, man?
Exactly.
I mean, we're big soccer fans here at the No Coaster podcast.
Yes.
Shout out Arsenal. Don't even say who you go for.
West Ham United.
And the Madrid fan here.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Other English fighters, man, could you imagine England won the Euros?
Oh, it'd be nuts.
This card would be just nuts. Crazy. Anyway, Tom Aspinall is defending his interim belt.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that before?
Defending the interim? I've never heard of.
Interim.
No. I feel like
that's messed up.
If you get the interim belt, the next fight should be to get the belt. It shouldn't be
undisputed.
Yeah. And
that's messed up. And you know why? Because John Jones has it.
Yep. And he hasn't relinquished it. He needs to.
I think he's going to fight in November, but Conor McGregor, I feel like it's just like...
It's an ongoing thing.
Yeah, man.
It's annoying.
To stay relevant, or I don't know what it is, but I'm excited for the new and upcoming guys. I'm not really... Like John Jones, of course, you're going to want to see that fight, but it's just holding the belts.
It's inconsistent.
Or be consistent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
It's one or the other. But he's John Jones. He can do whatever he wants. So
yeah, exactly. Like basically.
I don't know, man. Anyway, he's gonna be fighting Curtis Blaydes. Oh, reason why I'm wearing, my White Sox baseball jersey is because we have Belal from Chicago, and we also have Curtis Blaydes from Shad City, my city. Let's go.
Okay.
Yes. Although I may not be going for the let me not give out my picks. But shout out Chicago, man. We're making it on the map, and that's pretty cool to see.
Hell yeah.
You don't really see a lot of Chicago fighters, I feel like. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing added to the card, and had to pull out the nice jerseys that I never wear. Yeah, man, it's nice.
Hell yeah.
All right, and let's keep going down the card. So we have not Bobby Green.
I saw that. I saw the change in the name.
He legally changed his name to King Green.
King Green.
What? That's a boss move. That's,
yeah, that is.
That's something you do when you got money.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then he's facing Paddy Pimblett, which is has been facing a lot of hate recently, man. A lot, because he's had some iffy fights recently.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a lot of hype.
Yep.
So I feel like this fight is
this is gonna either the hype is real or it was just people were just hyping you up and you're really not that.
And he could do it at home too.
Exactly. Big stage. I mean, crowd's going for him.
Feed off that energy.
Oh yeah.
All right. And then the first bout for the main event is Mokaev versus Manel Kape. And this is a sleeper. I feel like a lot of people don't know these guys, but this is a number 1 contender fight for the flyweight belt.
Wow.
So whoever's gonna win this is most likely gonna fight Pantoja. So we'll see, man. That fight is gonna happen later down the year. Pantoja fought the number 8 guy in Steve Erceg.
Yeah.
So what is this guy? Number 6?
Number 6.
Number 8.
Yeah.
And these guys are the next guys fighting because everyone else is hurt. Or Pantoja has already won.
Yeah.
Figueiredo's out. And Moreno's retired. So that whole division's weird.
Exactly.
So this will be a good way to push it forward. Alright. And then my mistake. This is the first fight of the main event. Arnold Allen, which is also from England. He'll have that home advantage. He's nice, man. He's nice with the striking. He'll be facing Giga Chikadze, which he's coming back. He kind of took some time off. He's a little older of a fighter, but he's a great kickboxer. So I don't know, man. He can be upsetting the English crowd to start off the main event. That would be crazy. Yeah,
his highlights are crazy in the kickboxing thing.
Yep, he's insane. All right, so there's a little preview for each. Let's start from the top as always. So let's talk about Leon Edwards a little bit more and see what this guy's about. What have you seen from his fights?
Man, likes to keep his distance. The one fight that really kind of questioned how I kind of see Edwards was the Diaz fight, because the whole fight, 4 almost 5 rounds, basically winning the fight the whole time. But then Diaz caught him, and I mean he could have finished him really, but he wanted to do that whole showboating thing, and that's where I was kind of like, okay, well he can get touched and he can be made human, but I mean the dude's style is nice, man. And I mean the names that this dude's fought, it's crazy. He's
fought some good guys. So Leon Edwards, he's known as Rocky, right? A lot of people don't like this guy for some reason, but recently proved himself. A little bit about his stats. So he has a 12-win winning streak right now. 7 TKOs wins, 3 submission wins, 11 decision wins, 2 losses, and 1 disqualification. And he's 14-2 in the UFC. He's fought in promotions like BAMA and UK MMA. He's a calm and composed, well-rounded fighter. Slick, fast striker. He's super patient with his shots. Good 1-2 jabs. Good feints. He's a good counter striker, and he's super calm and composed.
The whole time.
Which is something I like. Kicks at different levels, which is good. His footwork is nice. He'll circle people, switch stances. He has 10 plus takedowns defended against Usman, which was impressive.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah, so this guy not only is a slick striker, but can also grapple. He has great elbows along the fence. Also, he'll throw elbows just like off the
jab and then going through it.
Exactly. So really good there. And then a little bit about Belal. So he's on a 9-win winning streak, 5 KO wins, TKO wins, 1 sub win, 17 decision wins, 2 losses. He's 14-3 in the UFC. He's fought in UFC, Bellator, Titan FC, and he loves to move forward. He's definitely a guy that will walk forward.
Yeah, he's about pressure. Yeah,
he'll pressure the opponents. Isn't afraid to walk them down. I have seen him do that side-to-side movement. I feel like he does that more when he respects the fighter's power. Maybe.
Yeah.
He'll move more side to side to get out of the way and find space versus just
walking him down.
Yep, exactly. And not afraid of the power or getting knocked out.
Like if you see like when he fights like I guess a regular stance fighter, he moves to the left because he knows that they're gonna throw the right and he can just move out of the way.
Yeah.
Or he moves to the right and then they miss and that's when he counters.
Other things about Belal, he's got good jabs, striking not bad. Likes to throw left kick.
Yeah.
He likes to throw that left kick every time and then a right hook. That's like his go-to. So if you can read that, if you can read it in the fight, maybe you can counter that, take advantage, get your takedown of your own.
Exactly. Check kick.
Yeah, exactly.
Duck, takedown.
He likes to fake takedowns and throw combos, which that's if you're worried about getting taken down, which is something Muhammad technically always does in all his fights, then you being like ready for that, you're not going to be ready for the combo coming in.
Yeah.
So that could be a way of win, I feel like, for this guy. He's got great takedown defense, great ground and pound. He's been training with the Dagestani guys.
Yeah, I saw that.
Habib like cornered him in his last 2 fights, I believe. So he's got that, and if you got that, man, and you got the wrestling, and you got the resume Muhammad has, this guy looks well deserved to be in this spot, no matter what other people say about his fight not being the most exciting. Yeah,
exactly.
So I'm excited. Also, great casting.
Yeah.
All right. Just decided to do this randomly. I totally forgot who went first last time. We'll have to check the film, but we'll just roll for it.
Yeah.
All right, go for it, man.
Let's see.
Show the camera. Show the camera right here.
I got a 6.
Yep, 6. Of course.
2.
All right.
All right.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, cool.
I'll take this one. Yeah, man. So the predictions for this one is for me, I'm gonna get it out of the way real quick. I'm gonna go with Edwards.
Okay.
I liked his last fights. I've liked the Usman fight. The one fight I told you I did, really was kind of iffy on was a DS fight, but I mean, the resume, how he fights, the kind of like the switch kicks that he does where he goes like low and then high, the distance that he keeps, I feel like this is going to be a big thing with Muhammad, because if he's not able to land that left kick and, like you said, that right hook when Edwards is keeping that distance, and then also if he tries to go for like the fake takedown when the combos, I feel like Edwards could possibly catch him with a knee.
Man, I got that right here.
Yeah,
I wrote the same thing. I could see that happening for sure.
I feel like it's a possibility, and I mean, both of these guys, gas tanks, they can go 5 rounds. So it's I'm not 100% sure how it's gonna be, but I feel like Edwards just has a lot more well-roundedness in his fighting, and when it comes to championship fights, the big fights, being in that big stage, main events, that he has that under his belt.
Yeah.
So, man, way of win. This one's gonna be tough. Dude, I'm gonna go TKO 4th round.
Okay. TKO 4th round.
Yeah, I feel like he pushes Muhammad, puts a little bit of pace on him, does a little damage, gets him out to the 4th round.
Yeah.
Gets it done.
How? Like a kick?
Dude, I'm honestly thinking kick or knee.
Headshot, bang, or what does it say? Headshot,
kill shot.
Something like that. Okay, man. So that's it. You're locking it in.
I'm locking it in.
All right, cool. So he's going for the champion. All right. So I'm gonna hit you with a counter with this one. All right. Because man, I was going for Leon Edwards, man, for this whole time until maybe like 30 minutes before you got here.
What?
I was like, you know what? I gotta go with my Chicago native. I know this guy is not the most exciting, but I want to see this guy win. I mean, his record, it speaks for itself, and I don't know, man. Like, there's some hate out there too with this guy because I think
both of them.
Was it Gilbert that he fought? Let's look at his fight real quick.
Right.
He fought Gilbert Burns last, I believe.
Yeah.
So in this fight, Gilbert, he landed on his left shoulder in the first round and like didn't throw left at all and completely slowed down. So did he really beat like a real Gilbert Burns? Exactly. That's questionable. Sean Brady, that was nice. Got his lick back against Vicente Luque, which he lost back in 2018.
Yeah. And
redeemed himself back in 2022. Stephen Thompson, he just got on top of this guy.
Yeah, fucking.
He's got a bunch of unanimous wins.
Lima.
So this guy grinds out fights, and I feel like if he grinds out this fight against Leon, I think Belal can get it done, man. I wanted to pick something different than you. I wanted to support the Chicago native, and I don't know, man. You have that itch where you're like, like you could just see this happen.
Yeah.
Like Leon's an amazing striker. Like I was watching all his footage, and it's crazy. I was just like, I love watching this guy strike. Like the way he picks his shots and everything. It's a spectacle to watch, and I was like, man, I'm all for this guy. He's gonna win at home. This is a no-brainer, but I don't know, man. How crazy would it be if Belal wins and it just shuts everybody up? A super deserving win. This guy fights when he's like doing fasting for Ramadan and stuff. It still fights.
That's crazy.
So this guy's mental toughness is insane. So I think way of wins. Press forward, dictate the fight. Don't let Leon dictate the fight. Crowd the kicks so he doesn't kick you. But this can be dangerous, right? Because you're in closer range. He's a slick striker. Watch those knees when you shoot, because Belal's gonna shoot to get some control time. So control time plus smothering, I think, equals a decision win. All right. The second fight is a banger.
The bangers, bro. Heavyweights,
the heavyweights, the big dudes. This is not gonna go very long.
No,
I don't think. No. It never does. But it's always exciting. Don't go to the restroom. Do not go get a beer. Stay your ass on that couch, man. Because
you grab 2 beers and you stay your ass on the couch.
Yeah, tell your friend, no, wait. Yeah, man, I think this is going to be fireworks. I think we're going to see a KO in this fight, potentially.
Sure. Yeah.
This makes no sense, man. I have no idea why Aspinall is fighting for, or defending an interim belt.
It makes no sense.
He deserves it. It is what it is. At the end of the day, he gets this win. The people know who the heavyweight champ is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The people's champ. All right, so my turn. I'll go first. But before I give you my breakdown, let's just talk about each fighter. So, got a little bit of notes on Aspinall. And so, he is an English fighter. This guy's been training with his father in this little 6x6 shack at his house since he's like 8 years old. This guy is experienced. He's a jiu-jitsu black belt. He's got 10 TKO KO wins. He doesn't see the octagon for very long. He always knocks people out in the first round. Every time.
In and out.
First round. He's got 4 submission wins in his pro career. 1 TKO KO loss. 1 disqualification. He's 7-1 in the UFC. He's also fought in Bama. I think that's in England somewhere. I'm not sure. So, some strengths. He's a well-rounded fighter. He has good boxing and jiu-jitsu. He has 100% takedown accuracy and 100% takedown defense, which is crazy. He has about 4 takedowns per 15 minutes. He has amazing footwork for a heavyweight. A lot of people say that he moves like a middleweight, a welterweight.
He does.
Yep,
really
super light on his feet for sure. He's like an elf from the Lord of the Rings. He's just he's smooth with it, man.
He's the heavyweight Legolas. Oh man.
So he's a power puncher. Like I said, I think he's seen maybe the second round twice in the UFC, but every other time he's knocked out big guys like Pavlovich, which is the guy who knocks people out.
Yeah.
So this guy's the boogeyman, I feel like, of the heavyweight division. He has a signature move where he does his knee to the body and then he'll throw a shot after.
Oh, so, yeah, that combo.
So I feel like that's
nice.
that's a way of win for him. So that's nasty. He's got nice ground and pound, great combinations. He'll do feints. He'll keep the opponent guessing with those feints, and then he'll mix in kicks and elbows. Like I said, this guy's well-rounded, and he's quite the puzzle, I feel like, especially in this division. I feel like with the heavyweights, man, I haven't been too excited. Like, I mean, I can imagine you with like the John Jones era and all those crazy fights that used to happen back in the day. I never really witnessed those live, and I'm sure you have. But nowadays, heavyweights, I don't think it's the same. I don't know what it is.
It really hasn't caught my attention back, but like with watching Tom Aspinall, man, it really caught my attention. I was like, dude, this guy is bringing heat for the heavyweights, and this is what we needed. The heavyweight division needed a champ like Tom Aspinall.
I think so. I want to see more heavyweights that fight like this dude.
Yeah.
The way he moves, his slick combinations, his footwork. It's not just laying on somebody, gassing out, coming in there out of shape. Like, this is like the new modern heavyweight MMA martial art, right?
Yeah.
So I have good feeling for this guy, but Curtis Blaydes, I mean, this guy's a veteran, you could say. He's 13-4 in the UFC. He's got 13 wins, 5 decision wins, 4 TKO KO losses, and he fights with Elevation Fight Team. He's a natural wrestler, so this is, gonna be his original game, but he's naturally became a striker recently. He got a lot of flack in the beginning for wrestling a lot and laying on people.
It was boring fights.
So he got with some, I'm not sure what the coach's name is, and started striking, and it's gotten success with striking. So that could be a problem. I feel like Curtis Blaydes in some of his couple fights didn't use his wrestling when the striking wasn't working out. So yes, he added that to his repertoire, right? To his wheel of ways of winning. But if he's not going to use wrestling, and he's only going to do striking, then what's the whole point of, having that skill set from the first place?
Exactly.
So if this guy can stick to a game plan, I think he can be successful, which is wrestling, picking him apart, maybe with striking, but ultimately shooting, and then getting that ground and pound.
Yeah, trying to get that.
Blaydes has nasty ground and pound.
Is bad.
Yeah. Those elbows.
Yeah, he does damage.
Against Overeem.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Dude, it's so bad.
Yep, we'll put that right there.
And there's a big shot by Kurt. Oh, and another one. Oh, that's it.
Clip it.
Man, it's like you just see the blood gushing out, and it's nasty. So, can he take Aspinall down, ground and pound him with elbows? He also did that against, I can't pronounce this guy's name, Abdurrahimov.
Oh, yeah.
He also got ground and pounded by Blaydes. So he's got 6 takedowns per fight. He's got great cardio. But one of the main things is Curtis Blaydes loses to power punches every time.
Yeah, he
power
gets
punches.
Rocked.
Yep, you got Francis Ngannou knocked him out.
Twice.
Derek Lewis. Yep. Who was the last one? Pavlovich, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, and then guess what Tom is? A power puncher. He's a power puncher. So it's just like this is just fitting like a piece on the puzzle.
Power puncher, and has good takedown defense. I feel like that's just. It's a bad night for Curtis Blaydes. But
all right, you know what? I think since we're already kind of alluding to how this fight's gonna go, I'm pretty sure you got Tom Aspinall. I got Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
Now, how is he gonna win? Man, I kept going back and forth because there's been a lot of talk where Aspinall hasn't seen the later rounds, so his guessing could be questionable, I guess.
It's true.
So, I don't know,
Very
man.
true.
Will he answer that? Will he come in a little bit more patient to show everybody, like, look,
I can't
pick
go
someone
5
apart.
rounds.
I can go 4 rounds, 3, whatever. Pick someone apart, pick my shots, and then go for the finish. So, I feel like his dad was saying something like that too, like, oh, I wish the fight could have gone a little bit longer so you can see his skill set because there's so much you haven't seen. And I mean, that's cool to say. You don't take damage and that's good, right?
Yeah.
You leave with a good paycheck.
Exactly.
But maybe we haven't seen a lot of Aspinall's like full game.
Yeah, his whole skill set is just
or vulnerabilities like gas tanks.
Exactly.
So, man, Aspinall is gonna get it done early. I want him to get it done in the first round, right? Like every other fight. Especially because I just think Blaydes is gonna try to stand up.
He's gonna
try to stand up, I feel like, and not go with the takedowns. Now, if he does, that's why I'm going with second. Because first round, if this guy tries banking, it's over. Tom Aspinall, done. But I'm giving this guy the benefit of the doubt to stick to a game plan, to have coaches, right, to tell him, hey, this guy's really good on the feet.
Yeah.
You gotta wear him down in the beginning, wear him down with some ground and pound, and see if this guy has the same power in the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th round. So if Curtis can stick to that game plan, he can give this guy a run for his money. I just don't see it happening, man. Not in this guy's home turf.
No.
Not with this guy's run. The only time he lost was to Curtis Blaydes with an injury, which was his knee. I think he has a little bit of like a sour taste in his mouth, and he's gonna want to get this back in his hometown. Give me Aspinall. Give me him winning TKO KO in the 2nd round.
Hell yeah, baby. Yeah, man. So, like you said, I'm going the honey badger, Tom Aspinall.
It's pretty badass. Look, it runs all over the place. Whoa, watch out, says that bird. Ew, it's got a snake. Oh, it's chasing a jackal. Oh my gosh. Oh, the honey badgers are just crazy. The honey badger has been referred to by the Guinness Book of World Records as the most fearless animal in all of the animal kingdom.
I saw that was his nickname, dude.
No way. Is that really his name?
That's his nickname.
I don't even have it on here because it said he didn't have one.
It said the honey badger.
The honey badger.
It might be an old nickname or whatever, but I loved it. But yeah, man, Tom Aspinall has just so much under his belt when it comes to takedown subs, takedown defense, his hands, his shot picking, like when he's gonna feint, when he's gonna actually go for the heavy shots. Curtis Blaydes, like, you know, he has heavy hands, has the ground game, but for this one, home turf, Tom Aspinall, I feel like, man, it was funny because I was like first and second round. That's where it's gonna come to.
Yep.
So I'll go first round. KO, TKO, Tom Aspinall.
I hope I don't regret this, man. I hope I don't regret this because that was like low hanging fruit. I'm like, that's too easy, right?
Yeah.
That's too easy. Like that's not gonna happen. He's gonna make this go to. Aspinall's gonna want to go to later rounds.
Yeah, because so like what you were saying about the later rounds, that's the same thing that happened with
the GOAT,
Amanda Nunes, because they were like first round. She doesn't have a gas tank. She can't go 5 rounds, and then she picked apart one of her opponents for 5 rounds and was just like, y'all say I don't got 5-round experience? Like, I got it. Don't worry. So, I mean, who knows? They might tell Aspinall like, hey, try to push the fight later rounds to make it more exciting, you know, so people see it. But I feel like his hands are just rocks. Yeah. So
I think this guy is gonna have a good night.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna get a KO. I think he's gonna talk his shit on the mic.
He should about like the belt.
I think he's gonna be like, everybody got the gas tank. I just proved it. And I deserve this undisputed. I don't know what's going on. So he needs to talk his shit on the mic.
He does.
And demand his respect.
Hell
yeah. All right, let's move on.
Yes, sir.
All right, so for this next bout, we have King Green. Man, I wonder how much money it cost. How much money does it cost to change your name?
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Especially to King.
To King, yeah. Well, I mean, his name was Bobby.
So. Bobby. Yeah, so we have King Green against Paddy the Baddie Pimblett. Paddy is from England as well, so he's got that home advantage. He used to be a fan favorite, and now everybody hates on him. He gets a lot of hate, and especially the fluctuations of weights.
Yeah, dude.
In between his fights.
It is insane how much weight he gains.
Put the photo up. Yeah, man, this guy balloons up in between, which, if you're talking about championship material, championship bound, you got to get that together at some point, right?
You got to get that under control.
Yeah, so... Alright, let's break down Bobby first. Let's see what he's got going on. So, he's from the United States. He fights out of Pinnacle MMA boxing gym or MMA gym. He's a boxer. He has 11 TKO, KO wins, 9 submissions, 12 decision wins, 5 TKO, 2 sub losses, and 8 decision losses. He's 13-10 in the UFC. He's also fought in Strikeforce and Affiliation, and is a super experienced fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fought the who's who, right?
Dude.
Let's take a look at his resume real quick.
The names under this guy's belt are insane. Because the last time I saw, it was like... And this is wins and losses, too. Like Barboza, Poirier, Clay Guida... Fucking Jim Miller.
Grant Dawson,
Ferguson,
Nasrat,
Islam,
El Quinta, Thiago Moises.
Yeah. Guida.
He's fought everyone, man.
Yeah, Poirier. I think was it
Barboza.
Dauber. Like, man, the dude is fought.
He's got some mileage.
All of them, yeah.
He's got some mileage on him. So the thing that's crazy for me is he's fought 6 times this year.
Holy
Look at this.
Shit.
Look at this.
What is it?
Tony Ferguson, right?
Yeah.
July 2023. July 29th. He's about to fight again, right? July 27, 2024. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My bad. Not 6. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 1 year. That's unheard of. At this guy's age is insane.
Dude, that's being active. That's what I like about King Green. Is the activeness and like him wanting to fight and not like backing out. You know, when push comes to shove, he's just like, I'll take the fight. It's all right.
Yeah,
I love it.
Reminds me of old Hamza.
Yeah.
Who's like that? Who fights all the time?
Man, I thought
Izzy used to fight all the time, back to back.
I remember
Someone else that's in the top of my head. I cannot remember him. Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
He's like the main dude.
Holland's always fighting.
Yep. All right. Some more things about Bobby Green. He's durable. He's known to be durable, but he got knocked out by Jalen Turner pretty bad.
Yeah.
Did you watch that fight?
Oh yeah.
How did the ref not stop that?
That didn't make any sense.
Right.
It was, yeah.
Like, he just kept going at him, and then he finally goes out, and it could have been over like 15 shots way before.
Yeah.
The ref actually stopped it. So I don't know if that guy still has a job. That's
probably
insane.
not.
He probably lost a couple years of his life. So does he have the durability still? I don't know. I know that he's a great striker. He's a good boxer. Likes to throw a lot of volume, for sure. Very fast strikes. Keeps his hands low, which could be a bad thing. But at the same time, he's throwing combinations and punches in weird angles that you don't see. This you probably see coming. From down here, uppercut or just some weird looping shot. You don't really see it coming as easily. So that's an advantage for King Green. He has some experience with jiu-jitsu guys, but he also got demolished by Islam.
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah. I mean, but who hasn't? That's the champ.
Yeah.
I know Paddy's got some grappling going on, so if he can take a little bit of Islam's way of win there, I think he can get a win too. But Bobby, you cannot count him out because he's got good slips as well. He can slip. He's like that old school boxer type.
Yeah.
He's not really using footwork. He's just trying to slip out of things, which again can be dangerous. But if you do it well, you can counter, and it's a boxing thing. So if it stays close, he can take advantage and get some good hits off. And then he had an amazing fight against Faziev. Faziev is a really good guy that should be fighting for a belt. He got stopped by Justin Gaethje, I believe, but he brought out head to head with one of the best strikers in this division. So this guy can go head to head against any striker. I feel
for sure.
He beat up Nasrat pretty bad. A little bit about the baddie, Paddy Pimblett from Liverpool, England. Man, I should have worn my Arsenal jersey instead.
Let me go get it.
Cut. So this guy's fighting at a next generation MMA. Liverpool. He's a grappler. He's got 5 TKO KO wins, 10 submissions, 6 decision wins, 1 submission, 2 decision losses, 5-0 in the UFC, and he's fought in Cage Warriors. He's a solid striker who can swing hard, who can connect. He likes to throw flurries of punches. He's slick on the ground and he's got really good takedowns. Great grappler, 10 submission wins. I loved his win against Levin.
Yeah.
You remember watching that?
Oh man, I wanted him to win so bad. I was like,
you know,
I did not like.
Did you see how he got the arm stuck with the triangle?
Yeah.
Which was insane. So like he got the body, which like with the body triangle,
Yeah.
right? But he caught the arm.
in it. That was insane.
He caught the arm in it, and then just got the rear naked choke.
Yeah, at that point, you're one arm. You can only do so much.
Yeah, just boom, 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 until you get the submission or TKO, or just take a lot of damage.
Exactly.
So I haven't seen that, and I was super impressed with that. He's got flying triangles in his resume, which is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
He's durable on his feet. He took a nasty hit from Vendramini. Vendramini.
Clearly the Vendramini corner. Oh! Huge left for Vendramini!
That chin up in the air, Mikey.
This was a nasty hit. I don't know how he kept himself on the feet, but he did. I do like how Paddy incorporates some of the judo throws to get people on the ground.
Yeah.
And he's super dangerous on someone's back because he can get that rear naked choke.
Dude's fast.
I think he almost gassed himself out against Tony.
Yeah.
Because he really wanted a KO. So
he was really pushing that KO.
Yeah, but he ended up winning that fight. And so, yeah, man, that's what I got for these guys. And who do you got winning this one?
Man, for this one, well, a little background on my pick. Okay, so my pick is Paddy. I've been watching this dude. I don't know if you've seen that video, but he wins a belt in one of these fighting tournaments and throws up blood
I think I saw this
in the octagon,
this.
just blood. And I saw the fight and it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then just to see that, I was like, dude, this dude's a beast, dude. Like, what is this guy get? And then obviously I went and did like research. I saw these flying triangles and arm bar, all this, and I'm like, okay, this kid's good. And then he had the old school English haircut. You know? And
looks like an old school soccer player. Like a Dutch soccer player is what he reminded me of.
Yeah. So it was like this guy is interesting and caught my attention. Got into the UFC finally and been on a tear. So my pick, Paddy, and man, I feel like Paddy fighting Green. It's not going to be a quick one. This is going to be one that me personally, I think it's gonna go the distance. If not, maybe third round. But this is one of a handful of decisions that I'm probably gonna pick, that I'm ever picked. But I'm going with Paddy, decision win.
Decision win.
Yeah.
Okay. Paddy, the baddie. Man, that's a good pick. I'm not gonna lie. I want to look at Paddy's resume real quick. So, this dude, again, almost got out against Tony. Should have lost against Gordon.
Yeah.
I don't know who in the world got Paddy winning that fight, because those judges should have gotten fired, man.
That was rough, dude.
That was
rough.
that was
iffy.
Okay, they're pushing this guy.
Yeah.
Something I could see them doing to Sean O'Malley, but Sean O'Malley's a beast.
Yeah.
And he didn't, he put in work. He ain't letting things go into judges, but Gordon should have gotten that win. This guy should have a loss on his record. Was losing to Levitt in that first round.
He was.
And then came back and won that rear naked choke there. Took a nasty hit from here. Yeah, so he's got a lot of hype. I think he might be a little bit too eager to try to get his hype back still. He's looking for a highlight.
Yeah. Right?
He's looking for a highlight. He's not looking for a decision win, although a decision win will probably get him a pretty good name. I feel like, right?
Yeah.
It'll get him a good name, and if he beats a big name, he's gonna fight for a belt. So does he need a highlight? I don't think so. Keep doing your thing, man.
Exactly.
You already got enough hype. Stick to your game plan, and I think Paddy can win as well. Some weaknesses for Paddy is that he tends to keep his chin up.
Yeah.
If he can fix that, that'll be good. So keeping his chin up and being thirsty for a highlight, dangerous, right? So if he can be disciplined, that'd be good for him. X factors for him to win: hometown advantage, utilize your grappling game, and get a submission. Give me Paddy Pimblett submission.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna go decision, man. I was
nice,
but I had submission.
It's funny because I was up in the air with sub and decision.
Give me him submission. He's got 10 subs. Why wouldn't you go submission?
Exactly.
Bobby Green doesn't have the best grappling.
Mm-hmm.
He does have decent takedown defense, and he works with good jiu-jitsu guys, but I think Paddy can, if he sticks to the game plan, he's not going to outstrike Bobby Green. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
He can probably get a KO, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think the way of win here is sub. I think that's the only way for Paddy, and we'll see what happens with that. Bobby, low fight IQ sometimes, and can get caught.
Yeah.
And he has 5 fights this year, and he got nasty KO'd by Jalen Turner. Has he recovered yet? I can't see this guy winning, man.
No.
All right, give me Paddy submission, second round. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so let's get to our next bout.
Yes, sir.
We have Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze. Pretty good fight, man. I had a lot of hype on Giga when he was coming up.
Yeah.
Especially when I was on like COVID time, when I was like, man, UFC, like I'm into this now. And that was the birth of this whole thing, right? Like watching every weekend. And a big part of it was watching Giga fight. I think he has the Giga kick, insane kicks to the liver, to different levels. He's a crazy dude, even though he's a little older.
Yeah.
He's like 37, I believe.
Yeah.
But he's a good fighter.
He
and
is.
then Arnold Allen, the guy from England, the favorites, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And this guy is slick with his boxing, his striking, and he's definitely fought the who's who. So I'm excited for this fight. Let's talk about Arnold Allen first.
Yeah.
And see what he's got going on. So let's look at his record.
Yeah, he's coming off of 2 losses right now, back to back.
Against who?
I'm not. Oh, okay, right there. Holloway, I know. Yeah. Holloway for sure, and then it was I was
Evloev.
Yeah.
Yep, those are 2 big names. So I mean,
and I think that's big. Well, for me, I mean, even though it was a loss, to go to a decision with Holloway, I mean, that's big. I don't know if it was 5 rounds or 3 rounds, but still, like
5 rounds. Yep.
So, I mean, that tells you, I mean, he can definitely go 5 and take some damage.
Yeah.
Just with that Holloway.
I mean, that fight was crazy because, you know, a lot of people who go head to head in the striking department with Max Holloway end up sleeping.
Yeah.
So
we've seen it.
This guy did not sleep. So, I mean, that's impressive, you know, to beat Max Holloway. You gotta have a bald head, and your name's gotta be Alexander Volkanovski. Cause that's the only way, man.
That's the only way.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
But on the downfall, man.
Yeah.
Him to come back.
Man.
He needs some time off.
He needs some rest.
Yep. Anyway, shout out to you, Volk. All right. So let's get back to this fight.
Yeah.
Impressive win against Calvin Kattar, which Calvin Kattar beat the crap out of Giga. I don't know if you saw that fight, but it was definitely a showing of Giga's toughness for sure. He was not backing down from nasty elbows that Kattar was throwing. He got tired of throwing jabs and punches to this guy's face. That he just started throwing elbows.
I saw that. Yeah.
He just started throwing nasty elbows, and Giga kept walking forward. Calvin Kattar wins because Giga gets a knee injury. I mean, no, I'm sorry. Giga loses against Calvin Kattar, but Allen beats Kattar because he gets hurt.
Yeah.
So, if Kattar didn't get hurt in this fight,
where would it have gone?
Yeah, where would this fight have gone?
I feel you.
So yeah, I think that's questionable right there. I do love this win with Dan Hooker.
Yeah, big win versus Dan Hooker.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's a big name right there, and a nasty win. Decision wins back to back.
Melendez.
And he's got some chokes.
Yeah.
Guillotine chokes, front chokes, and a lot of decision wins. So Arnold Allen is fighting out of BKK Fighters. He's a boxing wrestler with a little bit of jiu-jitsu. His name is Almighty. Fighting out of Felixstowe, England. That's where he was born. He has a real upright stance. He has power behind his strikes, and he has good footwork. Mixes in takedowns well. Has sneaky submission wins. Just out of nowhere will maybe even be losing control time or the fight, and then sneaking the guillotine.
Yeah, just to get himself in a better position to get that.
Yep, and he got like 2 guillotine wins that way, which was impressive. He's durable, took a beating from Holloway, good takedown defense, good scrambles, amazing combos, especially during that Hooker fight. Clean left hand jabs, and he has a split decision against Evloev, and that fight, I guess you could say, could have gone either way, but that wasn't very he got destroyed by Evloev. So really, this guy has only really lost to Max Holloway. So that's promising right there for Arnold Allen. Now, on the other side, we have Giga Chikadze. He's a Dutch kickboxer. He has Muay Thai in his game. He's got a little bit of karate and Kyokushin. He's a third degree black belt in that, I believe. He's got 9 TKO, KO wins, 1 submission win, 5 decision wins. He fights out of King's MMA Gym. He's fought in Dana White's Contender Series, World Series Fighting. He's known for the Giga kick, likes to throw flying kicks and spinning attacks. He's got really good side-to-side movement, manages distance well with kicks. You know, if you get too close, he'll just kick the guy and maintain that distance and keep himself out of harm's way, which is a good tactic to have. He'll change up the kicks. He won't throw just at the calf. He'll throw at the liver, throw at the body, he'll throw at the head. This guy is just a straight up kickboxer at heart. Tough fighter, again, with that cater fight. Very linear with his attacks and decent power behind his punches. Some weaknesses that I found with Arnold are that he got dropped last second with Max, so this guy likes to get in a firefight, and when you get into firefights, you never know how things can end up, so that could be a flip of a coin. If you're not a technical striker picking your shots, that could be more dangerous for someone who's betting on this guy. He's gotten dropped multiple times. He's hittable. So some key things for him to win, I say, do not let Giga get his kicks off. Utilize your combos when it comes to boxing. And then again, that questionable wins against Cater because of the injury. Giga lost to Cater. Don't let that be a factor. Just go in. This is a new fight and dominate when you go out there. So can you guess who I'm gonna go for? Arnold Allen is the pick for me here. Give me him in winning in a unanimous decision. I just don't like Giga's low volume. I loved him in the very beginning. I was very impressed with his highlights, but he's got a low volume. So if this goes to decision, which I just have a feeling it will, I think Arnold can win in the volume aspect of this. And then he doesn't do great off of his back foot. So if Arnold Allen can really put pressure on him, he can get the best of him. And then Giga's ground game isn't there. So Arnold, he's got a little bit of wrestling in his game. If he can utilize that, get some control time, get some takedowns, he'll win a round or two simply in that fact. Yeah. So give me Arnold Allen.
Yeah, man. Exciting fight. Arnold Allen likes to walk down fighters, take down defense, can take you down subs. I love the pace, and I like that he throws up like a lot of different stuff. He's always changing it up, and like the pressure. Giga, man. The only downside to this guy is the inactiveness, like the not just constantly fighting. I feel like he would be so much better of a fighter if he would have just stayed more consistent.
Facts.
Good kicks, good jabs. The one thing that I do say is he keeps his hands low a lot. He doesn't keep them on his chin. Keeps them kind of like, green. Where he kind of keeps them low, where you're not really like seeing where he's gonna be throwing. Good clinch work. So for this one, I have Giga.
Really?
Yeah, and you know what's funny?
Okay, let's go.
You know what's funny?
Let's go, baby.
Before I did this fight, did my research on this, I was going for Allen off the bat.
I was going for Giga. I'm not gonna lie. I was going for Giga because I've talked about him in the past, and I'm like, yeah, this guy's kicks are nasty. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so wait, how did you get to that?
I mean, the highlights that I saw with his kickboxing, and then
so before UFC,
and then getting into the UFC. I know it wasn't like his activeness, but like how he fights and like what he throws and stuff like that.
That Barbosa fight. Edson Barbosa. Yeah. Oh my god, I think that was the one that got me on the Giga train.
Yeah, that's the one I have right here. I was like, he got the L versus Cater, but I said the TKO versus Barbosa, and then the TKO versus Cub Swanson. Okay. Those were some good ones. But man, I feel like with the kicks, hopefully they work on his takedown defense. I hope that they're putting that in his regimen. And the kicks, the jabs, and the clinch work against the cage, I feel like is gonna get Giga the win. And I feel like it's gonna go decision. I feel like it's gonna be a long, drawn out fight.
Okay, cool. So you got Giga unanimous decision, and I got Arnold Allen. All right, man. I like this. Let's go. So that makes 2 different picks and 2 of the same picks. Yeah. We have one last fight, and that fight is Mokaev versus Mokaev. Let's talk about it. All right. So we have Mokaev. He's a guy out of Portugal and Angola, I believe. He's 4-1 in his last 5 fights. He's 4-2 in the UFC. 11 TKOs, KOs. So this guy can knock somebody out. Mm-hmm. He's got 5 submissions. He's got 3 decision wins, 2 submission losses, 4 decision losses. He's also fought in Risen. Mokaev is known as Starboy. Yes. Starboy. So some of his strengths: he's a great striker. Has a lot of KO wins in his resume. Let's look at his resume here. Mokaev, how many KOs, TKOs he has? 11 total, which is not bad. Yeah. So he's got great footwork, likes to circle his opponents to the weak side, so he won't get caught by the power side of his opponents. He utilizes feints to keep the opponent guessing, likes to counter punch. He does this weird Rabona kick. If you're a soccer fan, you know what Rabona is. Yeah, you've seen it, right?
I've seen it.
It's so weird. I don't know what is.
I feel like it's just more of a distraction.
Maybe
because
I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna get caught one day. It's gonna be bad. Anyway, he was looking to counter Pantoja when he fought him, so he's already fought the champ. But he was too patient for me, I feel like, in that fight, and he only got a couple of takedowns, but that's about it. So he lost that fight. He's got 75% takedown defense, and Mokaev is known as the Punisher. This guy's from Dagestan. And if you're from Dagestan, you're an amazing wrestler.
If you're from Dagestan, you are the man.
Exactly. He's fighting out of KHK MMA Team Gym. He's 5-0 in his last 5 fights. And he has a 35 winning streak. 35.
I guess I only got the UFC win streak, which was 12.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This guy's got. Look at this, man. Let's look at his
what?
his record real quick. A lot of it is an amateur, so that's probably why you didn't see it.
Yeah, because I didn't look at his amateur.
Yep. Check this out. So
I just
this
see
is all pro,
dubs.
UFC.
Yeah.
Dubs. It keeps going. 35.
And you get a dub. And you get a dub.
Look
And
at
you
your
get
chair. Look at this, man. 35. This is all in like amateurs.
That's insane.
But in total wins 35. So impressive resume. Of course, 6-0 in the UFC. And he's fought in Brave. He has 4 decision wins, 6 subs, 1 TKO KO. Non-stop wrestling, super pressure heavy, amazing submission game. Averages 6 takedowns per 15 minutes. High IQ fighter, so he'll make the right decisions in fights. He has good ground and pound. Hit someone, and then look for a neck or a different position on the ground that can get him the advantage. Really good reversals and scrambles, and obviously is an experienced fighter. Tell me, Chachi, who you got winning this one?
Man, this one off the back, dude. I got Mohamed,
Okay.
the Punisher.
Did I change your mind there with the 35?
No, I actually wrote it down. I said never taken an L. Oh shit! I didn't really get into it, but I remember I was scrolling and I was just like, this guy's never taken an L. What the fuck? But yeah, man. Likes to sub in the later rounds. I like that he slams dudes. I like that he goes, picks him up, gets him to the cage, goes and like. I've seen him walk a dude across the cage and then slam him to his corner. Fast pace. I love the different throws that the combos that he throws to get himself into the clinch and to be able to slam you. And then his pick shots, man. I feel like this is gonna be a big fight for him. Fighting Manel Kape. I mean, the 4-fight win streak that he has is impressive. I like the way he has a good fighting style too. It's very wide, bouncy, likes to move, likes to kind of like pick his shots, throw his feints real quick, and then like bounce out. And we've seen it like with Wonder Boy, and you know, it works. It works for people. So this is where this was one of the ones where I was kind of in between, because I'm like, man, it's good. I mean, the win streak on this guy, and then the style with Manel Kape, it was gonna be good. But man, I just feel like Mohamed just has a better clinch work and ground game and the kicks and stuff like that. I feel like if he closes the distance and gets in and able to take him down or slam him and do his thing, I feel like he can get the win here. And man,
how's he gonna do it?
I feel like this one is definitely gonna be unanimous decision.
All right, man. I do not blame you for choosing decision. Man, this was tough. You can't go against that 35 winning streak. I guess it being amateur makes it less impressive, but still the experience is gonna be there. Yeah. So it's gonna be a key factor. Some weaknesses that I've noticed with Mokaev is his last fight against Alex Perez. He looked terrible. He had 18 plus takedowns and only got about 2 or 3, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He blames it on staph infection.
Yeah, I heard.
And
about
even
that.
in the interview says that's not him. That wasn't him fighting, and he's much better than that. So can we see a better Mokaev? I can see it happening. Was it a bad night for him? Everybody has bad nights, so I don't know. We'll have to see. He's not a good striker. A lot of people say he has pillow hands. So is he gonna knock this guy out? Probably not. can't get subbed. Almost got subbed by Gordon. Actually, he got saved by the bell. Literally, it was over.
Yeah.
He should have gotten his first L, but he didn't. Did well defending subs against Tim Elliott and against Phil Ho. So he almost got submitted twice or 3 times there, and they came back and got the win. So he's like tedious with his approach and his wrestling. He's not gonna give up. Now we have Cobb, very, very good striker, right? Very good striker. Can he KO this guy? I think he can. I know his takedown defense isn't great, and Mokaev is non-stop. So I just feel like this is going to go on the ground regardless. You know, this is all that's going to happen. I just don't like his last fight against Alex Perez because Mokaev was just like sitting down. It was weird. It wasn't even like a takedown. It was a sit down on my butt and grab a leg. It wasn't go forward and grab a leg. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So
I need to look back at that fight.
Yeah, that was very weird. Very weird. So for Cop, try to be composed. Do not hesitate with your striking because you're worried about wrestling. But also, I hope you have your takedown defense on point. Apparently, he's been training with Dagestani wrestlers, so that would help. Can he catch Mokaev with a flying knee?
I've seen that. That was one of the things
He does
I
a
put
flying
down.
knee.
I put down, clip it.
Yeah, and Mokaev jumps in a lot.
Yeah. That was one of the downfalls where I was like, if Muhammad were to get beat, I feel like it's him going in for a takedown, getting a knee. For sure.
Yeah. So I was gonna go Mokaev decision, because I don't see Cop. Like, okay, it's KO or a flying knee. I just think Mokaev, that would have happened to him already if that was a factor. 35 times
That's
that
true.
he's fought. Can this guy do it? UFC is a whole different level. Probably, man. But we just all know this is probably going to be dragged out to a decision win, like you said, right? But you know what, man? We gotta go and we gotta retain this belt. I gotta get my ruby and get my defense on this belt. So I'm gonna change it up, man. I'm gonna go with submission for this one.
Okay.
Because I mean, if you look at his resume, he's got 6 submission wins. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 in the UFC already. So I think he gets a submission win. Give me him winning in the second round. Yeah, second round. Submission. And I'm gonna go ahead and lock that in. And that's it, man. That locks in all of our fights. I'm excited, man, because we have a lot of the same. Well, we have 2 different fighters, 3 the same,
yeah.
but we have different ways of winning for pretty much all of them. So, yeah, man, this is going to go either way this weekend. I'm excited.
It's badass.
That's UFC 305, and that's your breakdown, man. We got a couple of UFC news. We have the Sphere card that got announced.
Hell yeah.
We're definitely going to be breaking that
That's
down.
going to be exciting.
Yep, in September. So keep a lookout for that. Jake recently won his fight with Mike Perry.
Perry, man.
August 3rd, there's a crazy boxing event happening. I don't know if you saw it, but it's crazy. I know we do strictly UFC in here, but this boxing event is gonna be a banger. So August 3rd in California, Terrence Crawford against Madridnov. That's the main event. And then we have Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Miller in the co-main event. And then we also have another guy, Pitbull.
Yeah.
Isaac Pitbull Cruz, which is
Jose.
a beast.
Oh, yeah.
So this fight, Andy Cruz, sounds familiar too. Is that brother? Nah.
Maybe.
This is going to be a banger of a boxing card.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I wish I was in LA a week later.
Damn, I know. To be there, the fight.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good fight. And then lastly, we have 2 upcoming UFC fights. We have Sandhagen versus Usman Nurmagomedov, and that whole fight is going to be a banger. So that'll be our next podcast, probably in the next week and a half.
We were hoping to see Diaz in that card, but the fight got canceled, and
Shara Bullet.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, he got moved up into the co-main, I think, or something like that.
And he just fought, which is cool.
It's exciting. He's an exciting fighter, so I'm happy for him.
And then the next pay-per-view is going to be the Izzy card versus Dricus du Plessis. UFC 305. That's also going to be coming up, so y'all keep a lookout for that. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much.
Was a lot of fun doing, and I'm looking forward to this weekend and the fights coming up. You're gonna retain the belt. I told you, this is, for fun, but it always adds an extra layer watching the fights on the weekend. So I'll be in LA texting you, man, the highlights and who wins who.
Hey, when I get that dub, I'm gonna come to your house and get the belt.
Hey, I'm gonna be talking about shit, man. I'm keeping my shit like. Hey, you know what? I'm taking that with me to LA. You're not taking it until I get back, if it makes it back.
I'm gonna sneak it to your house.
All right, man. That's it. That's the podcast. We appreciate you guys. Y'all stay tuned for the next one. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll keep knocking these out for y'all.
It's pretty badass.